Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Zephyr here again, and today's video is going to be on motivation. But before we get into the video, I want to point out that I'm going to be formatting the dialogue of my videos a little bit differently from now on. I'm going to be putting all of the actual information at the beginning and all of my experiences toward the end, because I feel like people might not want to hear about my experiences as much as they might want to hear the actual information that's going to be relevant to their lives. So if you are one of those people that do want to hear my experiences, do stick around till the end of the video, because that's where you'll find all of those things. So in today's video, I'm using clips of myself playing and myself playing with my little brother and some friends. And you've already seen a couple of these clips before, and I regret using them on an older video, but they fit the motivation topic quite well, so that's why they're in here and that's why they're relevant. So what is motivation? Well, motivation is one of two things. It is either the reason or reasons one has for behaving in a certain manner, or the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Why is that important? Motivation is the cornerstone for any activity. If you aren't motivated to do something, you simply won't push through the tough times of whatever it is that you're doing. It's a fairly simple notion to motivation in theory, but in practice it is so much more difficult to do than to just say something about it. Why is it difficult? Maintaining motivation is difficult for a plethora of reasons. One reason could be that you don't feel that your efforts are bearing fruit, like myself in the case of my YouTube videos a few months ago whenever I started uploading. Another reason could be that you simply aren't willing to push through the necessary steps of whatever it is that you're doing. Also, like myself in the case of a few months ago, I had become so enthralled in my video making that I let my personal life go, and whenever everything started to fall apart and I lost my ability to create ideas for new videos, I just kind of gave up. Another reason could be that you don't feel like anyone will notice your efforts when it's all said and done. After all, most of us do things to impress or help improve the lives of others. If that isn't happening, why am I trying? You might be asking that question to yourself. So why try? Well, does it not beat the alternative? I mean, think about it like, if you're stuck in a room with a limited oxygen supply, aren't you going to try to find a way out of the room? Or will you just curl up and die in the room? So maybe there's no way out, but if you never got up to look for the way out, you wouldn't have found it even if there was one. Is it not better to at least try to find the things that make you happy and the things that help you feel fulfilled in life? Or simply let those things go? I believe now that motivation is the key to almost everything we do in life. It is what gets us through tough times. It is what allows us to look back on our lives and feel good about ourselves, even in failure. So, how can I motivate other people? Well, I found that motivating other people might be the single most difficult thing that one can undertake. It's even harder, I think, than trying to help people with their insecurities and convincing them against their biases when they're incorrect on something. Motivation takes strength and perseverance. These traits are exceptionally lacking in modern people of the first world, and that's not all of them, but a right many. One way that seems to work is to first develop a proper relationship with the person, make friends with them, learn about them, find out how you can relate to them. And then after you've done that, try to show them the things you feel that they need to see in order to find interest in whatever it is that you want to motivate them to do. Finally, accompany them to do it in small increments so that they might become used to the rigor of it, and make sure that you're there to support them when they begin to feel disgruntled and unwanting to push through the difficult times. In short, whenever it comes to motivating yourself, there aren't a whole lot of things that one can say to you that will help you become motivated. You have to find out what's worth your time, what's worth your energy, and you have to just get up and do it. People say that all the time, and it sounds so cliche to say just do it, but it really is a matter of perseverance and integrity. It's a matter of how bad do you want it. Get up, get out, go, and do it. I mean, tomorrow is not a guarantee. You could, and God forbid this happens to any of you. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but you could be hit by a car or a bus tomorrow and things wouldn't exist. Would you have been happy with the fact that you didn't start doing whatever it is that you wanted to do today? Well, it might have been time wasted. Tomorrow you're dead, whatever, right? But at the same time, maybe it won't happen that way. Maybe you won't die tomorrow, but that's still time that you wasted not doing what you wanted to do because you were lazy or you didn't feel like it was gonna benefit you in the way that you wanted it to. You'll never know if you don't try. So get up and go do it. And if someone else isn't doing it or going out or doing what they want to do and you feel like they should, well, you can't make them. You just kind of have to help nudge them in the right direction. But you can't let it affect you if they decide that they don't want to. It's not your fault that they don't want to. It's not your fault that they aren't pushing through. It's just who they are. And until they get to a point where they're absolutely fed up with what's going on in their lives, they won't do it. You will continue to live with anything that you can tolerate, because there's less reason to put forth the extra energy and the extra effort to expel it than there is to just tolerate it. So that's about all for today. The rest of this video is going to be my experiences with motivation. If you would like to hear them, stick around. If not, I don't blame you. The rest of this won't be strictly useful to you unless you're able to apply learned knowledge from other people's experiences. But if you are, like I say, feel free to stick around, and thanks for watching. For the rest of you that are still listening, I want to go over some of the experiences that I've had with motivation. And usually my videos have bullet points or scripts to them, something to keep me on track, but the rest of this is going to be completely just off the top of my head. So hopefully I'm able to keep my train of thought throughout all of this, but I'm going to start with my young self. I was raised in a fairly chaotic environment where a lot of my decisions were made on my own, and a lot of the things that I was told to do were fairly baseless. I mean, they were just basic ideas like take responsibility for your own actions and you know, basic things like that. There was never anything too straightforward or blunt about anything that I was told growing up. And as I got older, that started creating issues. I'm 21 now, so I'm not that old, but I have enough experience with myself to know that I could have definitely been taught more about motivation and independence and all of these things that it really takes to be an adult. And I'm just now realizing, as life is smacking me in the face with all its might, that I'm missing these things, and I'm working on fixing them right now. And something that recently happened to me, I ran into somebody, and it was probably about a year ago that we met, and recently we got really close, and then things faded, and we got close and things faded, and we had like about a 3 or 4 month phase where we got really close to one another and faded over and over and over again. But this person amazed me in so many ways. They had so much going on in their life and still managed not only to make time for me, but to help motivate me and help convince me of the things that I was capable of. This person was so great to me, and I honestly can't understand why they spent so much time trying to help me realize my potential and what I was capable of. I'm baffled by it, but I appreciate what they did for me, because in doing all of that and being such an amazing and baffling individual to me, they showed me that I am better than what I thought I was. Now, I by no means am a god or anything. I would never say anything nearly that pompous or self-absorbed, but I am worthy of a lot more than I gave myself credit for as not only just a kid growing up, but as a teenager and even as a young adult. I sold myself short with almost everything that I did, and I feel like I still do to a certain extent, but I'm trying to fix all of that. And recently I've made a lot of changes. I quit smoking cold turkey a few months ago for the second time, but the first time I don't really count that as quitting because I started back up. But I did quit cold turkey 2 times if you count that first time, and since then I have began to eat a much healthier diet, a lot of fruits and vegetables and things like that. I've started working out. I'm still a little shoddy on the working out, but I'm getting there. And I'm attempting to get back into doing YouTube, which now I feel like the way that I'm doing it is something that I can actually stay motivated to do, because back whenever I was doing it earlier, I was just making montages and, you know, wasting countless hours on seemingly meaningless videos. I mean, of course entertainment is meaningful, but it was less than stellar content compared to what I'm doing now that I feel like actually has some meaning and can actually help people. Anyhow, those are some of my experiences with motivation. Expect some more. Expect a lot more videos on not only motivation, but communication and insecurity and all these different things. I will be revisiting old videos in the future, but hopefully you guys are liking the My Thoughts series, and if you do, then feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If this helps you in any kind of way, be sure to show some of your friends, because it's more important to me that you show your friends these videos, people who need to see them. I don't care about having a lot of views or a lot of likes or a lot of subscriptions. I want the people that need to see these to see them. The people that are struggling with things or having trouble figuring stuff out or just need an extra voice to back up their suspicions of themselves. Those are the people that I want to see these videos.
Oh god! Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that, bro? I don't even know what to say about that, man. Oh, there we go. What? What is this? Why is it super slow-mo? What is going on? Come on, nigga. And then there's my dude. Some salt on him. Let's see if I can do it a second time. Oh, but I'm about to jump in the air. Come on. Do a jump. You saw my head poke out.